Okay, this is our Scorpii compound bow. It is 19 to 29 inches adjustable, bow weight 30 to 55 pounds, let off 68%. It's by SAS. It's a good solid feeling bow. Length of this bow is about 31 inches when it is strung. All of its components come in this plastic package and they are labeled, and we'll go over those. You're going to want to have at least one arrow that you can use for lining up your sights and your rest. The set includes a nice set of Allen wrenches, everything you'll need to do adjustments. Then we have a stabilizer, sight. This is going to need to be adjusted. The screws that come with the sight are in these holes. These holes actually go to a quiver, so we're not going to put them back in these holes. We have an arrow rest. This is the brush type. I kind of like this. We'll adjust that also. Additional components are a peep sight on a rubber loop. This is your peep sight, which you'll have to have put on. Some string. This is actually for like the D loop. A strap. And this little SAS hanger, I think it is. Now this thing, which comes in one of the plastic bags, screws in here. It is a light so that you can have lighted sights if you want. First thing that we're going to want to put on is our rest, our arrow rest. The screw for the arrow rest comes in a bag, in a little plastic bag, and we're going to put this on first. Now, I'm going to put the screw for the arrow rest, I'm going to put this, first I'm going to put the arrow rest on, going back as far as it can. I'm going to put some breech grease on the screw so that it doesn't freeze in place. If you don't have breech grease, you can use wax from your bow wax, but I'm going to use this here. This will just keep it from freezing up if I want to move this sometime. It goes this way, of course, with the brushes up when the rest is in your face. I'm going to put it as far back as I can here. Find the right hex wrench. I think it's the biggest one for this. Yes, it is. And tighten it up. I want it to be pretty level with the bow. And then tighten it. You can adjust how far over this rest is by sliding it this way. What we want to do is put an arrow in, line it up so that it's pretty much parallel, and then have the rest, the arrow rest, be pretty much in the center of this little scoop. So you can adjust this, you can push it over, and once you have it in the right place, and I think I already have it in the right place where I want it, you can use one of the Allen wrenches and tighten this nut and get it as tight as you can, and then that'll pretty much keep the rest in place. Next we're going to put the sights on. Okay, now these screws that are in here, they're in the holes for the quiver. So you have two options. You can put the sight out this far or bring it back a bit. I'm going to use the furthest one. It's recommended that you do that. You get better accuracy. For these things, I'm just going to use bow wax as a preventative from the screws getting bound, because you never know when you might want to move this or change it to a different one. So let's go. We'll put this in here, start it out in the holes for it. Okay. Okay, next we have to adjust this piece, how far our sights come out, and that actually depends on our arrow. And that's why we need the arrow to test that. This piece here will be sliding on here like this with the level. I have the level on the bottom here. The problem I had is the level, which fits in here, popped out of this sight. This is really teeny. I was lucky to find it outside in the ground. And I've got this. I don't have anything really to hold the bow, so I've got it between some couch pillows right now. Put a little bit of super glue in the trough. Nudge this in. Don't get super glue on your hands, because then the thing will stick to you. And get it in place. And then let it set. You may need to tighten your sight from time to time. Adjustments to the sight are here. And notice I put the foot of the Allen wrench in because this is sort of a hard one to turn, and I've actually moved it, so I'm going to tighten it now by lifting it. And here, which allows you to adjust the sight up and down. If you're hitting low, you want to adjust the sight down because that way you'll be aiming higher. The stabilizer on, that just screws right in here. When you get the bow will be adjusted for 29. Take this nut out of the 29 if you're going to adjust it to a different size. Then push this so that the size that you want is there. I'm going to use 27. Now you'll note that the 27 now is over the hole on the other side. It has to line up. And then we'll tighten it. Now if you're going to know this is your size and you're going to keep it that way, you can use Loctite on these so that they'll stay in place, but I'm just experimenting because I know my draw length is between 27 and 28, and I don't know which one. This only has 1 inch increments, so we'll see which one works best for me. If you have an old-fashioned release like this one, you won't need to put a D-lope on your bow. I'm going to use this kind in my first shots with the bow. Okay, I haven't sighted this bow in. I haven't done any sighting in. I'm just shooting it as I set it up. I'm just trying to hit the target at 20 yards. And the top pin is low at that, so I need to change that. But not bad, at least I can hit it. And I haven't even practiced. Overall, I found the bow to be absolutely fantastic. I've tried a leader accessories, I've tried a bear. The bear bow, which has a complete brush for the holder, allowed one of my heavy arrows to fall through, and then the bow shot as if it was empty, and the bow got wrecked. I love this bow.
If you love the wilderness and you love mysteries, imagine a wilderness guide who solves mysteries like Michael Connelly's Harry Bosch. If you like C.J. Box's Joe Pickett, if you like Dana Stabnow's Kate Chugat, you'll love Winslow. Check it out at Amazon.com.